Okay. Ahmed, you say go, then I start, okay? Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan al-Mubarak to everyone. So tonight I'm your moderator, Mubina and I'm from UISS and I'm a secretary there. So today we have two panelists with us. One is Safia Khan and another is Abdallah. Safia is the ex-vice president of UISS and Abdallah is the president of UISS Sharla. So we'll be asking some questions to our panelists and they will be answering them. Also, you guys, the viewers, can ask your questions in the comment section. So we will also be answering those question answers. So let's go to Safia first. And my first question to her is, it is known that Ramadan brings peace and turning points in life. So what is your turning point in life brought to you by Ramadan?
Ramadan, I think the best way to explain this would be that in everyone's life, the turning point is that Ramadan acts as a reminder to go back to the way we're supposed to live, the way God intended for us to live. And that's important for everybody, that in Ramadan you start fasting, you pray, then give zakat, all that really brings out your true purpose in this life. So I think that is the turning point for everybody during Ramadan, and alhamdulillah, we get to experience it every year. It's amazing. So
Safia, we cannot see you. It's like totally white.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just...
No, I can see you actually.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so is it okay now?
All right, then. Maybe when Safia fixes her camera, we talk to Abdallah. So if you compare the Ramadan back in your country and here in Malaysia, so what are the differences that you face here?
The difference is that if you're talking about Malaysia, the difference that we face there is like not having the family surrounding you, not having the usual Ramadan iftars, Ramadan suhoors, Ramadan gatherings in Malaysia. But we actually built up a family in Malaysia, as like all of us. It separates from our bloodline family. What do you call? Right now, this is my first Ramadan back home since 2016.
Lucky.
2020, I'm spending it back home. Yeah, luckily. I wasn't even intending to, but then it happened by accident. So it's actually quite different when you compare the two. It's quite different. It's like living alone and living with the family. You have to prepare the iftar by yourself when you're in Malaysia. We have to eat nasi goreng one day instead of eating the regular food that you used to eat, like additional food that you. So yeah, it's quite different. A lot of difference.
That's correct. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, so the same question goes to Safia as well. What do you find very different than Pakistan than in Malaysia?
Pakistan actually really spent enough time in Pakistan to be able to tell you my experience of Ramadan, but I have
Talk
lived
about
in,
Dubai.
yeah, I have lived in Dubai, so Ramadan over there is just this feeling that the family comes together, bond just strengthens with your friends. And I think that's just an amazing feeling that you cannot experience. You understand? Like over here in Asia, it just doesn't feel like it anymore. It's just a feeling that you need to experience. But yeah, the we have clean everything available here for us. That becomes the same and good and enough. Just the feeling that I think is a little different there.
Yes. All right. So our next question is that how different situations that you have to face every Ramadan. Like this is gonna be like your last part of your study in Malaysia in UNICEF. So what are the difficult situations that you face, not only during Ramadan, like all the time?
A difficult situation that I have faced as a student in Malaysia for 4 years now is that our university, as everyone knows, is located really far, really on the outskirts. So the location, geographication of our university has brought up a lot of concerns, but we have tried to work through it by getting free transportation on weekends and as much help possible from our example. They take us to need anything, they're always there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great actually because yeah, you have really suffered and gained a lot over the years, right? You did your foundation as well.
Yes.
So yes, so I would like to ask Abdullah that what is your everyday routine in the Ramadan? What you do, like praying, studying? How are you handling the Ramadan?
Uh, Normally, if I start from the morning after having suhoor, I stay awake until 12, reading and praying Quran and studying at the same time. And then from 12 until 2 or 3, after basically between Dhuhr and Asr, I take a nap just to relax. And then from Asr until Maghrib, I'm studying and praying at the same time, reading Quran. I usually, after every prayer, you have to read 5 pages of Quran, so you can actually finish
Yeah.
the book. And at night, we usually go out because we don't have lockdown here, same as the rest of the world. We're still free to roam around,
Lucky.
Yeah.
luckily. Yeah.
Do you feel like that quarantine plus Ramadan is a difficult mixture or it's the same like before?
I think that question is intended to Sophia because we don't have quarantine. We don't have quarantine here. We're actually okay, free to go.
Okay, so for me, we before we went to court, I think we were on semester break. So we didn't have classes, and this is when quarantine actually started. How I felt going into it. We didn't really have classes, so we would. But then the quarantine started. Oh, and yeah, regarding food, I think we're eating less. The quarantine. So I think it's time for me, I guess, because that we're in the house doing losing or using much energy. I think is practice. When you're not doing it at home, you us. So I think it's okay for.
All right, so we would look at to some of the comments. The first comment was from Zakia Shabazz. Best wishes for my beloved daughter Safia Khan and all the participants. So it's from actually Safia Khan's mom, and then Tayari NBAO. He said hello and hope everyone is doing good. So yeah, people are watching. So now I would like to ask you guys that. Like, can you share with us your culture, your dress up and everything during Ramadan and obviously the Hari Raya at that time? This experience, because you guys are from different countries and this is another different country. So obviously it's a diversity. So let's just hear your culture.
So Abdallah.
Talking about our cultures and what we wear, normally we have kind of mixed Arab culture in Somaliland to be correct. We have mixed Arab kind of culture. So what we, I don't know the exact names in English, but we call it. I think you already know what it is. The kind of skirts looking like we wear.
Yeah.
The long, yeah, and the shirts, and mostly white t-shirts. That's the traditional clothes. And for women, it's red and blue, I believe, and black.
All right.
May I ask why
The colors?
Colors?
I think it was old tradition, so I cannot answer for them.
Okay. Good answer.
It's from a while ago. Yeah, I cannot answer for them. You just have to live along with it. If I ask you why do you guys wear that kind of clothes, would you have an answer for it?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. For me, how
Okay,
I would.
moving on.
Okay, so Ramadan and what. Okay, during Ramadan, mostly because I was born, I used to wear the long black dress that is very popular. So we wear the abaya when we go out. And well, the first day I dress up in my Pakistani. I wear kameez. The first day it's shalwar kameez, and after that, you're going out with your friends, different clothes. So that's Ramadan and Eid. Yeah.
All right. So my question is to Abdallah. You are the current president of UISS Shalom. So can I know that you guys progress in so far? I know it's quarantine. I know it's like COVID situation, but is there any progress you want to share us?
At the moment, since I went back home, we haven't done quite a lot. But then before we've done a lot, which were already in progress from Comnet. We were still lacking the cooperation of the students and Comnet as well, both. Then we hope to get both cooperations from them, like support after we get back to after COVID-19, basically, inshallah. But for now, the last program that we stopped due to the COVID-19 was a childhood like school for disabled kids, like kids who have Down syndrome. So we were helping them have a program. So that was cancelled due to COVID-19. And other programs were in process through Comnet, and I believe they still are in process. And we just hope to get the support from the students and Comnet as well, inshallah.
That's a beautiful gesture. That's a beautiful gesture, Abdallah. Thank you so much. Also, I hope that after this problem is solved, we can push our club forward even further. Also, I would like to ask Safia
Yes.
that I know it's like the end of your study session.
Yeah.
So, do you plan to come back to Malaysia after you're done with everything and just to feel the touch of the culture here?
I would love to. I think the time I've spent here in Malaysia, the experience I've gotten, and many years from now, I would love to come back if I could. So yes, I'm in my last semester to graduate at the end of this year, inshallah. And after that, my master's actually, but I do plan on doing it in Malaysia as well. So I will still come back. I don't.
Okay. So, what are the things that you're gonna miss about Malaysia when you leave?
Oh, what I would miss, I think it's the freedom that I have because I'm here by myself. So no family and friends. Yes, of course we have our group of friends who become family, but then I when I'm here by myself because I don't have to answer to anyone. No one has to tell me. So I think I can life, but I think I'll miss the freedom. Yeah, that's
Okay. So, my next question is to Abdallah. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Safia, can you just talk a bit louder?
okay.
It was cutting out as well.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Uh, maybe you can repeat the part.
Oh my God. What was the question?
It's okay. I mean, connection sometimes like that.
Hmm. So you asked me what about it.
Yes.
I think my time like a window of opportunity. You want me to repeat?
Um, our producer
I think there's
Ahmed,
an issue with
please.
the connection.
Sorry for that.
It's
Maybe we. Sorry, we will take a little. Can you
Abdallah.
guys hear Safia and Abdallah? Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear, yeah.
Okay. Maybe Safia, you try to, restart your Wi-Fi again. At that time, we talked to Abdallah for a few minutes because I think Safia's network is fluctuating a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Abdallah. So, question to Abdullah. Yes. Okay. So, Abdullah, as Safia already shared about her future plan a bit, not totally, but a bit. So, how about you share your future plan, like after UNICEF?
After UNICEF, I hope to go for masters as everyone else, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Either Malaysia or other foreign countries. So if it works out, I'll be taking, inshallah, MBA, Master's Business Administration. So yeah, for the next 2 years, I'll be taking that.
Okay, so do you want to work back in Somalia or in Malaysia? Which one do you prefer?
It doesn't actually matter where I'm working. It could be in Malaysia, it could be in Bangladesh, it could be in Pakistan, it could be in America. I honestly, it doesn't matter for me as long as I have my career going on.
Yeah.
So I don't. That is coming from you, Ahmed. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is like one of an event for UISS, right? Like when last time we had our leadership camp. At that time, our international students, they were there. Okay, why isn't there enough event? But now you see the viewers, it's not enough international students. I think most of the viewers are from NPP. So I think it's gonna be hard work trying to get them in our club and focus on.
Yeah, trying to get the students to focus on the activity is going to be quite difficult, especially Shalom students. I've seen trying to work with them. It's quite difficult because everyone has their own plans. Everyone, other than BJ, everyone is like in the same place, so it's easier for them to do everything together rather than Shalom.
But the thing is, we also have studies. We also have a lot of things, but
and plus that as well, yeah.
Yeah, because the committee, it's not like the 8 of us. It's all of us. We need to work together. Also,
True.
Yeah, so basically, even if it's quarantine time, taking inspirations from the NPP, we also try to make some online events and everything. So I hope this works out, inshallah. So I would like to know that what do you feel about staying here alone and studying and working hard? I mean, do you regret that it was better if you were back in your country and studying there, being inside your family, not here alone?
Honestly, if you think about it, if we were back home, life would have been simpler. But then the fact that we came all the way to a long distance and then we're living alone, it's actually an experience, and we're building ourselves for a better future. It's like a ladder we're climbing, but it's harder. If we're back home, it's much more simpler. But then if we came all the way there to experience more, to build ourselves mentally and physically as well. So I believe it's better. The decision I made of coming all the way to Malaysia, I don't regret it.
All right. Thank you so much for your nice answer. What about you, Safia?
Is my video okay? Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. The experience that we have experienced over here is you can't compare it to any. So I would also, advise other people to go abroad to study, to broaden your horizons, to, test yourself. Put yourself in situations that maybe you won't be comfortable in and see how much you can grow out of it. So Malaysia has really done that for me and my friends. So studying abroad is a very good opportunity.
Yes. True, I agree with you. Like if we compare European countries with Malaysia, I think it's a blessing because it's inside Asia. Also, it's a Muslim country, which helps us to adapt to this environment very easily. Other than that, if we were in Europe or US, it would have been very difficult to stay very alone and staying safe. So let's go to the next question, which is Safia. As we know that you're from BJ, but you have a lot of friends from Shalom. So I see you going there a lot of times. I mean, most of the time you're in Shalom. So how do you explain this? Like, do you like Shalom more than BJ?
I'm not saying that. Of course, I love Jaya, and I also like Shalom. Friends in both the places. I like them differently, but not more or less than. BJ has its own experience, its own type of fun, its own type of characters, and Shah Alam is also different. You feel comfortable, you feel at home, so it's just the feeling of together I can find in Shah Alam and in Jaya that I can't choose.
Okay, that's a very diplomatic answer, but thank you. So I would like to ask both of you that, like, what do you think of fasting, praying, and purifying your soul in Ramadan? Like, how is it different than the normal times? And what is your perception? We all know what Ramadan is, but I want to know what is your personal perception about this?
Praying and fasting normally is like food to our spiritually. It's food to us.
Wow.
And honestly, fasting is food to us. You can feel it if you're actually good man. So, and when you say praying as well and fasting, it's physically and spiritually good for us. Physically as well, when it comes to fasting. So, during Ramadan, when everybody's doing it, I feel like it's more comfortable and it's more, and at this time you kind of feel more relaxed doing the things, and you start to see it as Ramadan as a turning point. Even if you weren't doing that bad, you see it as a turning point to go the right path more. You understand?
I do.
I think I'll conclude my yeah. What is your
What I think what Ramadan brings, the experience you have in Ramadan is very important for us as human beings, because we're human beings, we're not perfect. We do a lot of things, like but sometimes we do it for a long time. And Ramadan comes, it reminds us we're supposed to pray, we're supposed to be kind to one another, control ourselves, things. So I feel like it's a very good year. Alhamdulillah, it's just such a beautiful experience.
Yes, thank you so much. You know, we know that at the time of Ramadan, shaitans are not here. They are in jail. But, you know, when you do something bad in Ramadan, then you know that all the time you do bad things and it's not shaitan, it's you. So, yeah, I think Ramadan is a good way to know yourself, like what are the bad things you actually have, which is not induced by the shaitan, it's you. So that's I think a good opportunity for us. Also the rewards of praying and everything is double. Mr. Holish said that you want to do masters in UNICEF. Abdallah, the question is for you.
Honestly, it's out of my hands. If I get the opportunity to, I would. But if I get the opportunity to do in another foreign country, I'll take the other foreign country, because I've already experienced Malaysia's experience. I want to explore more of the world.
Okay, so another question.
I think UNICEF would be a last choice.
Yeah, sorry. Does zone time affect your online classes?
Yeah, it does. It does a lot, quite a lot. It's quite difficult to keep up with classes and assignments, submission time, quizzes. It's quite difficult. I have an example. This morning at 6 a.m. I had a quiz, so I had to stay awake from night until morning to stay awake for that quiz, from suhoor, I mean. suhoor until, because suhoor normally here is 5. It's Fajr is 5.
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult. Some classes are like 3 a.m. So you have to stay for class for 3 a.m.
Yeah. So Safia, there's one question for you. How's the online classes? Do you feel like you like it?
Luckily, I'm only taking 2 subjects a semester since it's my final semester, and luckily both the classes the same day. So I'm actually very happy that I'm not saying that done with my study the rest of the week. I have both my classes on the and I can make my study notes from there because it's not scattered. Focus on it more. I can focus, and I know Monday is coming. I have class, so I'm actually happy with online. Maybe it may be biased because I am 2 subjects for a long semester allowed because it's my bring it. So it's easy. So I'm happy.
Alhamdulillah. And we have another comment from Sandy Francis Paris. He said that good to see you all. He's our well-wisher and our senior. He's always there to support us, even if no no other international students maybe not there, but he's always there. Okay, so
we have a lot of other classes. Veronica,
yeah.
Rumi.
Oh yes, Rumi. She said that. Rumi said that. Where's the? She said that. Okay, I already asked the question to Abdallah, right? That's Ronnie and Sihali. Oh, I thought that's someone else.
Rumi is Veronica.
Oh, okay. Where's Rumi's text? I don't see it anymore.
It says Rumi Faye.
Rumi Faye.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what are your plans, Abdallah? Like when the coronavirus is gone, how do you plan to handle the loss? I mean, we lost a lot of time, right? Because we have like 1 year to pull up some events, but like most of the time is going away because of this situation. So how do you plan to pull this up when this situation is handled?
Honestly, after coronavirus is finished, I don't believe our world is going to be the same ever again. The way the system was, the progress, everything will not be the same. So I think we're gonna have to pick up piece by piece, slowly, and like see how we can get along with the new life. So at the moment, we lost a few months for now. I don't know how long it's gonna be more. I think maybe the whole 2020 will be lost as well. But inshallah, right now I'm doing my last semester. I have internship after that. So after I finish this semester, I might pass it on the UISS committee. We might pass it on to someone else, or we'll continue for a little longer because it was supposed to finish in like around this time right now. We were supposed to finish our time, but we'll continue it a little longer because we lost a lot of time and our things were in progress already. So we'll try to finish up everything that was already in progress, finish up all of those, do those events, and then pass it on to the other students who have the opportunities to do it as well.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, that sounds great actually. I just wish the situation is handled as soon as possible. Inshallah. So basically, I would like to know that what do you think, like studying here alone, does it affect too much on your mental health? The question is to both of you guys. Like I'm talking about the mental health.
Mental health?
Yes.
Okay. My perspective is that really depends on a lot of factors because a lot of factors go into how the environment affects our mental health. And I can say that the experience international students have at the campus is very different from the experience our just students have. So that way, how it affects them mentally, if that depends on the mindset, the environment, and how the person actually perceives it. So for me personally, I think it does have an effect mental health, but in a positive manner. In a positive manner, as I'm learning and growing through all these experiences, I'm learning how to control my things, you wouldn't actually experience place. So I think international students, anyone studying abroad, the experience have an effect on your mental health, whether it's positive or negative. That really depends on you and your thing.
Yes. All right. Abdullah, please share your thoughts.
Honestly, as she said, it can affect us positively and negatively. And it depends on the person itself and the environment surrounding them. Like, to give a small example, imagine being stuck in BJ and not having anybody to talk to. That would quite affect your mental health very hard. Not having a friend to talk to, teachers not answering, talking to you, your mental status will not be okay as before. And it could help you a lot better to mentally grow and become a person who outgrew himself, like the way you were a few years ago, and then now you're a bigger person. That it can affect you both ways. Both ways. Just as Safia said.
Yeah, so I would like to give you guys a thought that what are your suggestions for the students that are struggling and they're new, they're already finding it very difficult to adapt to this environment and let alone the academic pressure and other formalities. I mean, it's a lot of hard work and process. So what do you have in suggestions for them?
Abdallah, would you like
to? As for new students, honestly, to tell a small story about myself, when I first came to Malaysia, I had no friends in Unicel. I didn't know anybody in Unicel. And international students weren't actually, they were cooperative, but then when it comes to academic kind of things, they were not cooperative. So I had to do it everything by myself. I couldn't talk to anybody to tell me, to guide me to go somewhere, do that, do this, do that. And if you do that, that would be wrong. You have to do this. To give me examples, to be guidance, basically. I didn't even know that we had mentors from the faculty until recently. So I had to struggle by myself for the first semester. I went up and down, up and down, up and down. So for new students to actually avoid that, I believe that there should be someone assigned for them to actually show them what is wrong, what is right, and what would be the consequences if they made certain mistakes. They should have the opportunity to know what to avoid and what to do and what not to do, and what opportunities they actually do have. If they could do that, they could get better of this. If they could do that, they could get financial waves. They should get that. A guidance, mentor.
May I ask? Yeah, I wanted to ask Abdallah if this person in charge of new international giving them advice, does this person have the administration, or would it be okay if students, senior students, could mentor newcomers? What do you think about that?
Students themselves, because the students are the only ones who know the experience about everything. Right? They know what it is. Yeah, in experience, they know what it is and how it is to be lived like this. And they've been through that exact situation in the same university. So it would be better for them to get the guidance from the students.
That's because I feel like we need to start a culture in order to achieve this type of new cultures in our society. I think we need to make a culture where we actually engage with one another, help one another. So we have started our society, and I hope we can go that road. Be amazing.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, Safia. I think it is because counseling the new ones it's a great initiative, I think. So basically, I would like to ask you guys, what have you had for iftar today? To know the difference between you and your preference.
Wow. I had my iftar almost 3 hours ago, so I had rice. Of course, we break our dates, but then I had rice with fried chicken and gravy. So very local dish.
Oh yeah, you have become very much local.
Very Malaysian.
Yes. So
For me,
this
we
program.
haven't had iftar yet.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, we'll be having iftar after like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Mm. Oh,
That's
we
a
better
difference
end this
we came to
quickly.
know.
It's okay. 30 minutes is a quite long time.
Okay. How has your Ramadan been so far? Almost half. We're almost halfway through.
It's halfway through, yeah, that's true. It's been good. It's been good here. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
I'm
How's
getting the
the weather?
experience I was getting in 2016. That was the last time I was here. So,
Wow. You're
Ramadan.
so. That makes you so lucky.
Yeah, I know.
Over
The
here,
weather here, it's been raining a lot.
we're lucky. I think it stopped raining 2 days ago, and it's so hot. So, for
It was raining a
Malaysia.
lot here for the past week.
Okay, that's nice.
MashaAllah.
All right, guys. So I would like to say that this tonight's talk show was about sharing our perspectives about life. It's like a chill talk, but obviously we added something up as well, like inviting the international students who is going through a lot of problems or something they can share with us or they can suggest us. But I don't see any question there from the persons who are actually having problems. But I would still like to invite them that if you have any problem regarding your academic issues or anything else that you cannot handle by yourself, you can always reach out to us. Maybe we won't be the person who do the things directly, but we can refer to the right person, to the right direction. Lastly, I think we are in the end of our question session, and but I would like to thank Mr. Iswan Shuhada sir. He is always trying to inspire us to do new things, innovative things. So, behind of this program was his idea, and he was the one who pushed us. So I think there's one more question from Harry MBAO. Do your future plans include events for all international students being mindful of cultural and religious beliefs? Yes, obviously, Harry, because in our plan list, there were like so much diversity. We kept in mind our Muslim and non-Muslim and every kind of students. But now this problem started, so we cannot really do much. But still, we submitted some proposals, and also some more are on the going. So we are hoping that those things get approved, and then we can pull it off, inshallah. If not, if, for example, if we say that in a few months doesn't get solved, then we would have to totally depend on the online session, like online events and everything. So even that we have some plans. So we are very optimistic about this. So thank you so much. Yes, Safia, you have something to say?
No, I was just saying that's really good that even if we can't have events where we get together, the current committee is planning online that students continue their engagement. I think that's a wonderful initiative.
Yes, actually, our first event was sending a picture of your family, or if family picture seems very personal, you can send like animation and then write about the captions, like why your family is your inspiration and what so on, whatever you want to write. So actually there were like submitted by 4 to 5 students only. So we are hoping that in future more students are gonna come, and till then we are gonna keep trying.
I actually wanted to suggest something regarding the problem that we have where students are not showing participation, they're not showing enthusiasm. So I think, speaking of culture, we need to start a culture of celebration where we celebrate one another. We do something, we get praised for it, we get certificates, recognition. I think recognition is very important because I have been here for 4 years and have accomplished a lot of things. If the authority, the administration does not recognize it, then we don't want to do it anymore. But if the administration does reward us for what we do, then even other people will be encouraged, oh, we should do this because this is a positive culture for our society. So I think the new committee, we can sit together and talk about ideas as to how to celebrate one another. That's
Yes, Safia, I totally agree with you. You know why? Because the thing about recognition, when you're working so hard, and I know you have been on Dean list forever. So, but you know the situation, right? When you are gonna get the certificate, you're just gonna have to take it from the admin office. So, me and the president and all the other members, we wanted to change that. Even if the UNICEL itself doesn't give enough recognition, but we actually wanted to do something else. And it's nice to let you guys know that we already send them an application letter so that we can hang the picture of all the good students in cafe or in faculties. But we didn't get any answer yet, but we will look into it again. So other than that, we have plans to give our graduating international students some more recognition, more than usual. But you see, we try, we want to do it, but there's a lot of difficulties because we are international. There's language barrier and other problems. When we try to deal with the administration, it's a bit difficult, but inshallah, I'm talking based on the comment made by Tari MBAO. He said that you guys have shown a lot of promise in the way that you're doing things. I'm sure everything you do will be successful, and I wish you all the best for the rest of your studies. Hope to see you during the graduation. So yes, he knows that we make a lot of promises. Thank you, Tari. But it's being difficult to fulfill those promises. But we are trying with the help of the MPPs and the ComNet. I hope they will help us even more because as the previous committee, they pulled off an amazing event like cultural night. So if we cannot put up with that, it's very sad for us. So trying our best, but we wish that other international students also help us because it's like we all want to enjoy together. It's not that we are a television for entertaining everyone and they just like get entertained. It's like we all participate, and if you don't like the TV, you just cannot change the channel, okay? Because we are all students. It's just that we are committee members. It doesn't make us any different. We are just gonna do everything together. So I just hope there would be more cooperation from the other students because we are students as well. We are not staff. We have our studies, we have our responsibilities, just same as them. So it would be easy to divide all the work between everyone. So in this event, I don't see a lot of international students, but hopefully in next time we will have more. Inshallah, I'm optimistic and positive about it. So I think that's all for today. Thank you so much. Thank you, our panelist one. and panelists too. Thank you so much for sharing your culture with us, because it's an international platform where everyone is different. So when I see your culture, it makes me wonder, like, wow, I mean, I can imagine where are you from, and it's very exciting actually. So thank you so much, and I wish you a very Ramadanul Mubarak, and inshallah we will collaborate and do more wonderful things once this situation is gone. And even if it's not gone, we are looking forward to do some more things. So I hope everyone gives us support and love. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.